What's up guys, welcome to Wasted Space. We're back in Rimworld, and this is actually a slightly weird intro in that I recorded it after the Let's Play because I managed to forget to turn my mic on. Now fortunately I run a backup mic at all times, my headset mic's always recording as well, and so I can use that for the audio for this, which means it is going to be a bit less quality-wide. The quality is not going to be as good as it normally would be, but hopefully you'll see why I wanted to keep this episode in anyway. So cheers guys, I'll leave you straight back with the original commentary. Because benefactorist, haha, I've got you now, and Grammar were completely correct. I was being a douche, and while I had all the food set up correctly in the freezer, I was not collecting animal corpses at all. I was just leaving them out in the wilderness. So I'm going to leave these guys to get on with bringing back the alpha beaver corpses, assuming there are, well, corpses for all the various bits and bobs we left down here. Looks like most of the corpses are done. Oh no, there's still a few left. Get that stuff back. Oh, a bit of silver, I'll take that if they're going down there as well. Why not? And then we were going to, well, got an extra person, which is great, and then we were going to tidy up the inside. Someone's sick from the plague, that's not great, but we do have meds, and we have a combat supplier nearby, which is definitely great. I'm probably not going to wake JP Miner up for it, let's let him get a proper night's sleep. And then we're going to send him straight to talk to the combat supplier. Get ourselves some better weaponry, because we have been needing this for a while. Right, let's get rid of some of the rubbish, get some of the good stuff. So, clubs, no thank you. Even if you are expensive clubs made out of expensive materials. No knives, no maces, no shivs. I will at some point want some melee weapons, but as I don't believe we have any personal shields yet, I'm not keen on making use of them. And then what can we get in? Military helmets, what are the stats on those? Are probably not worth the money. Lose a bit of move speed. Oh, interesting. Lose some psychic sensitivity as well. That's quite cool. And then a decent amount of damage prevention. But yeah, I'm kind of more interested in getting our hands on some weapons. How are we doing? We probably haven't quite got enough money to do both of them, do we? Because in reality, what we're selling is worth very, very little. That's not going to work out. How are we only getting 51 from all that stuff? That's a shame. I'd really hoped that our supply of weaponry might be worth a little more at this point, but okay, let's go for the LMG. The SMGs, I mean, they're alright, but it's the range that I'm not a particular fan of, that 20 range, whereas if I'm right, the LMG is, yeah, it's considerably higher up. So we'll get a single LMG, that's enough to equip one person at least, and maybe we should give that to Benefactorist, wherever he has gone. Probably out carrying stuff, yes. Actually no, Benefactorist's got a pump. Pump's not bad. No, the survival rifle, cruelty pistol, no. LMG, yes. Much more like it. Cool, so while they're busy collecting stuff, we're going to go inside. We're going to build a couple of extra stockpiles to make things a bit easier. I'll leave them going while we do so, but I want, like, medical stuff is going to be these two rooms still, I think. So maybe, can't really, I'm going to move, what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this table, because it annoys me that the fact that they're not using it when there's actually space for tables and so on up here. So I'll do that, and then in this room I'm going to put a little medical stockpile so that it's really easy for whoever's doing the doctoring to get hold of the meds. Speaking of which, how did Mako do? Minor plague. Did anyone actually treat him? Who is the doctor? He's not the doctor, so that's fine. But I don't know if JP Miner actually treated it. Doesn't look like it. Once you've taken that stuff down, I would like you, sir, to prioritise receiving some treatment. Which he can't do, which suggests that potentially he's already been given some treatment. Let's have a look. Where's JP Miner gone? Not too bad. Can I prioritise you to give Mako some treatment? No. No, okay, so Mako's probably already received said treatment. So that might have been a waste placing you in there, but we'll see. Okay, tables are dealt with. Let's get... let's go with a long... Actually no, let's go with a long wood table, yep, along this side here. That looks fine, and continue using the wood, seeing as we have plenty. Right, and they should now use that as it's nice and close to where they're getting the food from, rather than have to drag or eat off the floor because they couldn't be bothered to move over here. The other thing I'm going to do, let's get that medical stockpile in here, and this is literally just going to be meds. So let's clear all, and is it yes, it is manufactured. There we go. Meds can go in there. Might even end up turning that into a little fridge at some point, but for now at least that will do. And oh yes, I need to have it as a higher priority than this one, and this one is on. Yeah, that all seems alright. Slave trader. I doubt we're going to have the money for a slave. Might have something we can sell, but even that's pretty unlikely given we just did a whole bunch of selling. It's fine, right, I need to keep an eye on... It's a miner untreated. Why? There we go, now I've got the treatment option. Cool. That's what I was after. Although... Plague Major. Need to be careful that he doesn't end up angry because he hasn't eaten. Which seems fine for the time being. Mako's also the sanguine one, so we really, really do want to keep our hands on him. The other thing I'm going to do in this episode, I promise, is find out what's in there. I realise I've built it up quite a lot now, and it might actually be nothing at all. In fact, it's probably likely to be nothing at all, given how small it is, but who knows. Maybe. Let's have a quick check on the heat in here as well, but again, this all seems fine. It doesn't look like it's getting too hot in there. And I don't believe that's a roof region, so hopefully, I mean, we've got trees growing. Not growing now, needs to be brighter lit, but yeah, there's trees in there. That should be okay. Fingers crossed, that should be okay. Right, idle colonists, let's get... Ooh. I did it again, I clicked off the screen, I'm sorry. Let's get going with some more mining. I mean, our resources are pretty good, but I wonder if maybe we could consider going and mining some of the plasteel, or maybe even, was there some silver over here? Was it all plasteel? I think it might have all been plasteel. Oh no, there it is. There it is. There is a little bit of silver. I mean, it's quite a long way away, but I really want a bit more money, so yeah, why not? Everything is relatively calm at the moment. Let's give them some orders to mine that place out. Got the research on the go, which is, what do we got? Shipbuilding, yeah. We pretty much used up everything else, and we were going to start also dealing with some of our fire zones in here, because they're a bit rubbish, weren't we? Yes, correct. So, you guys keep going, let's not interrupt things too badly, and what I want to do is change this one firstly. So let's deconstruct a hole in the middle, let's mine out that little bit of rock there, let's also... Basically, we're going to wall there, and then we're going to build a couple of walls to encourage them to not hang around back there, because they won't have anywhere they can shoot from easily. And then we're essentially going to repeat the same thing down here. So let's get that done, break that down, and then we're also going to add one like that and one like that. The idea being that they shouldn't want to hang around in that doorway. Basically, because they're going to get in the way of each other. Hopefully, that's the theory. Looking alright. Mako is... Plague Major, not hungry. Still good? Still good. We've gone back to being untreated. Yep. Why? JP Miner's priorities are set correctly, aren't they? Yeah, wardening and doctoring should be top prior, so in theory he's now going to treat Mako. Yep, I'm worrying far too much. Cool. Orders, more mining inside as well. That's probably quite a big room, but let's give it a go. Oh, actually no, let's not give it a go. That was going to be my hydroponics room, wasn't it? Ignore me, because we want to get some... I've really got to stop tabbing out accidentally. Yeah, because we've got to get some hydroponic stuff on the go inside, preferably, which is going to require some extension of power along here. And then this, if I remember rightly, should be enough for these kind of either side, like that, and then have I left a proper space for the sun lamp? Yep, that will do. And then I can always expand the room down a bit if need be. Just in time for an eclipse. Right. again, metal just isn't a problem. I haven't played with brewing yet, so maybe let's get brewing on the go. I know there's a bunch of extra concerns when you start brewing things, but given I haven't tried it yet, might as well. This would be good to get a bit of light in this back area as well, because I bet they're complaining about being in darkness. Yes. Well, look how fast and efficient they are when they're doing it inside next to a stockpile, rather than having to do it from outside. Lovely. And then I think down here we are going to do a very similar thing to make sure that they don't try and bunch up, although I'm not sure I'm going to do it there exactly. Does that give me room? Something a bit like that, I think, is the goal. I know I'm kind of cutting off how much space we've got out here, but I really don't intend for there to be a huge amount out here. There'll be sort of, you picture this outside area split into two zones. There'll be a rear zone, which is kind of where we're growing stuff, and then there'll be a front zone where we're kind of doing whatever we fancy. It's an interesting one. We have a lack of lighting. But they are actually using the table now, which is good. Lots of idle colonists. Now, if it wasn't night time, I would open that box up. But what we'll do is we'll save that for tomorrow morning, and hopefully nothing will come and mysteriously interrupt us in between now and then. Another thing we can do, people are being nice and efficient with getting everything built and done in time, so let's get some more floor down inside. How are we doing for wood? Yeah, looking alright. So, let's continue to pretty the place up. And also speed up their movement. Oh, admittedly a tiny amount inside, but still, every little bit helps. This is more. We want the happiest colonists we have ever had. Oh, and I also wanted to change this into growing something other than potatoes, because that's pointless. So we want some zerigum inside, because I think that will actually grow better when given this reliable light like this. And then we want a crop that's not potatoes. We're going to leave potatoes outside. So basically it's rice or strawberries, and I'm going to go for strawberries because I'm not convinced by rice. And the nice thing about the berries is they have the benefit of not giving you any sort of penalty if you do happen to get into the scenario where you have to eat them raw. So that's kind of cool as well. That'll do for now. I might also mark some more trees for a chopping, because we're going to be going through this wood nice and fast, and there's still plenty of unnecessary cover kicking around out here. There's also quite a bit of trees just in our stockpiles, dumping zone. Group of travellers from Fisher's Small Town. Now, once we get the mining started over here, well, they did actually do a good chunk of it already. They are being very efficient at the moment. Is this all still silver? Yep. Apologies if people are thinking, yes, of course it's silver. Why can't you just see that it's silver, you fool? This would mean that you have not yet heard that I'm pretty badly colourblind, and thus a lot of these things I'm having to click on because they're all brown, god damn it. And I have no idea what colour they are, really. So, yeah, I just have to click on things. I mean, the plasteel I can kind of tell is plasteel, but the rest of it, it's a little bit more difficult, especially depending on like the lighting circumstance. Oh, isn't it looking pretty now? What a lovely place to be. You'd want to be there, surely? I'm not sure I would, if I'm honest. Now, we could put some more pot plants down, but I still don't think we've got enough people to really properly maintain everything like we want. And the other thing I can do, oh, actually, I'll leave them to harvest this Zerigum harvest, and then I'm going to get rid of that from outside. Pirates from the Owls attacking immediately. They are miles away, and one of them has a personal shield that I want. You, sir, I want your personal shield. Steel shiv, knife, pistol, frag grenades, and a sniper, oh, proper sniper rifle. Okay. Well, this will be an interesting immediate test of that new wall setup to see whether we can encourage the sniper to come in properly. Is anyone wandering somewhere silly is the next question. Right, here they come. So, no hanging around. JP Miner's the only one that can't shoot, so sorry guys, but we have work to do. Let's get the power on. Cruelty with the LMG, let's get you, we can't get you right in the corner, someone's already going there. So the two survival rifles can go on the two ends, and then we're going to have Benefactorist and Cruelty down on the close corner, because I imagine that they're going to continue approaching from down here. Yep. Rather than come up. Although they do seem, when they come in here, to like to go straight up this way. Potentially even to get that door. Did I not? The power was already on because I'm continuing to forget to use the switch properly. Oh no, it's because I'm using the wrong switch. Remember, you bought the new one. That should be all the power on. You, sir. There we go. Okay, this is looking alright. This is looking alright. We've got... Now, you guys, I would like the rifles to be really focusing these guys. That's a problem. That's too close then. I'd hoped that that wasn't going to happen. And yeah, the range on those sniper rifles beats the range on my survival rifles as well. So let's focus on the ones that are at longer range. And you two, who just tried to move? Ah, okay, so Benefactress doesn't have the range for this. Let's get you back. Let Cruelty take a shot and then move Cruelty forwards. Who's got... Oh, he's on with grenades, damn it. Stop blowing things up, my friend. And Benefactress, you are going to go sniper hunting. So you're going to go all the way down here. I wonder, can you... No, you can't, can you? Yeah, there's no RTS. Hold shift to queue up movement. And watch it, Benefactress, you actually have a friend. Let's move you all the way down. That's quite good. That worked out quite nicely. No problem. Turret's still taking all the fire. They're now fleeing. Benefactress should be able to come up and try and do something about this miner. Could we just, like, go mad melee on him? Apparently not, unless we individually select everyone. Is he even worth going mad melee on? Optimist, Industrious, actually, yeah. Actually, yeah. Go for it, and I'll turn the turrets off so as to not cause any more death. Alright, let's see if this works as I'd like. Not 100% certain it will. I think she might get away. Yep, looks like she will indeed get away. Let's just try and run up there and cause problems otherwise. And then we've got Horizon the Researcher sitting around, psychically deaf, cold, very neurotic, and then absolutely goddamn amazing at researching and nothing else. That's a bit of a useless one. I am just going to put you out of your misery, I'm afraid. As sad as that may seem, we're not even going to catch Marie in time, are we? No. No, alright. Good fight, guys. Kept that under control. However, we did lose a turret, but that seems to be about it. Alright, enough. You're too rubbish at it. Get some stripping done, get our hands on some loots. I suspect the reason the meals are often still marked as unallowed is because I don't know how well they've been made, essentially. So it could be a risk picking them up. I don't know. Maybe that's the reason. That's the only reason I can think of why they'd be sort of auto-disallowed like that. It seems a little odd, but hey. Right, we need to rebuild. In fact, I kind of want to change our defences completely. I think our layout now kind of works, but I think what we really want is like a specific layout for both entrances into the base. So we're going to mine that out, and we're going to run some power down here to about this location. So, where do we want it from up here? Yeah, in fact, let's build a redundant way of doing it as well, so we can have something a bit like that, kind of coming from both directions, except both of these need power switches, which I can't put in when I've already put down the wire, so a couple of power switches. And then I kind of want this circuit to be even more redundant than that, so it can't easily be broken in by a single explosion, you know? So something that kind of comes round and loops a bit like this. Is that far enough? Maybe not. Maybe like that. Now this is probably complete overkill, and I've not done it before. This is simply so that I can try out something a bit different with the security setup to put in, and then the idea would be here I would build like essentially a turret death place as they come in. Don't know about encouraging them, forcing them around that corner, but I think there is room to turret out down here, and thus I'm not going to rebuild that turret there right now. Potentially dangerous, as we may well get attacked in the meanwhile, but I will put up with that risk for the sake of getting our defences a little bit laid out a little bit better. Otherwise, we survived that with no issues, didn't we? Well, I did forget to change the Zerigum, so let's change you. Oh, damn it! Stop misclicking. To a larger growing zone, because we're not just going to be growing. We're not going to be growing Zerigum here anymore. We're going to be growing something that's actually a crop, and then change this to learn to click. Change this to rice, probably, or corn. I might go for corn simply because you can, but yep, I'm going to go for corn. I assume there's probably a difference between those different things and some benefit to using one over the other. I have no idea what that is though, so I'm going to go for the random approach. Huzzah! So I'm still trying to muse on how exactly I want to do this. Maybe make that a bit longer and go security, and you want like... No, that's too close to the wires. Although in theory like this, the wires shouldn't be a particularly weak point in things. And you have a bad overlapping fire arc with the guy in front, so... Like maybe there, and that's a bit too close. The idea is I'm trying to spread these out so that... Alright, here comes the inevitable attack. I'm trying to spread these out in such a way that they aren't really shooting over the top of each other, but they also aren't like encouraging silly crossfires from like back here. Squirrel has gone mad, it will shoot everyone it sees. I do not give a damn about. So, where are you? You are a boom rat. That doesn't help. That's not a squirrel. There's the squirrel. And melee attacking cruelty, are you? That's slightly ambitious. Cruelty is all the way up here, and shortly to be defended by a bunch of turrets. Here he comes. Vicious little blighter. Look at him. Or is he already done? He's already done. Alright guys, get working. Plenty to do. We are not out of materials as far as I can see, so yeah. Get moving it. And this. We're going to open that tomorrow. We're going to do that tomorrow. So, is everyone up? As soon as everyone wakes up. There we go. Right. Guys. Get here. I'm going to need JP Miner. You are turned off for constructing. I'm going to turn you on temporarily. And the idea here is going to be that he is going to be the person that actually opens up that box. So let's go deconstruct just there. The turrets are on. Once you've taken those potatoes up there, would you please prioritise deconstructing this wall and get ready to run the hell away. Dum 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 dum. Slow it all down. And... I suppose JP1 is actually terrible construction, so this may take a while. I probably slowed it down too. And there's nothing in there. Damn it. Oh well, at least we now know that that is clear, so that's good. You guys can all go back to doing whatever it is you were doing. And we can... I don't know, we can actually use that as another way into the base. Why not? Why not? So that means we can continue that corridor there. Let's actually link these two up. Should be room in there for some more of these sort of rooms, and that looks alright. Oh, that is actually a bit of wall there. Okay. Let's claim all of this and deconstruct that then. That's fine. Cool, and get things sped up. JP Minor can stay on construction for a bit actually, just because we have no real priority to be doing the research right now. I mean, it's not important stuff. It's stuff that I'd like to experiment with, but it's not going to mean that the colony survives better. Whereas getting some of these projects finished, our defences upgraded, might just be what we want to do. Let's also get rid of some of this rubble and so on that's kicking around here, giving them places to hide. And check on the temperature down here. Again, I'm pretty certain that that's the heat with this is not going to be an issue. Possibly if it was actually inside the mountain, and I was trying to cool or heat from in there, but I think as it's set up, we're probably all right. I will keep checking it though. That's a fair point. Oh, great, starting to get the turret set up. I need to have an eye on what this does to our power, of course. And was there anything else? I could probably... Are we at a point where I should start making stone? We've got too much going on. There's too much to do. Again, still need more people. It also looks like we're starting to run out of our steel as well. Not that there isn't absolutely tons of it kicking around here. So let's hang on. I'm going to cancel all this because I want them to prioritise doing Cruelty's room so that we can get that entirely done in one day, while with Cruelty awake, so that Cruelty doesn't get wound up about sleeping outside, essentially. Well, not outside, but you know what I mean. Not in a private space. So go on, guys, come and get mining so that I can build these walls. I actually have a few sandstone blocks now, although inevitably it's not going to be enough to actually build what I want here, so I'm going to keep using the steel. Let's get that down there. Warrior, are you worth considering? Trigger happy, nervous. It's more mental break stuff without proper trade-off. I'm sorry, mate, but... Oh, I'm sorry, I don't know why I'm apologising to him. I'm sorry, sir, I will not be intending to capture you and convert you to my cause today, brutally if need be. And JP Miner's still got some stuff done anyway, so that's cool. We are looking pretty good here. I mean, we've not really got very many people, but still, we are going straight through the research quite nicely. Cruelty got his bed back just in time. Still got alpha beaver corpses in there. We do have the butcher table set with a bill, yes. Cool. Our tailor's workbench, I believe... Oh, tailor's workbench is making dusters out of whatever, I think alpha beaver fur at the moment, when we have some available. And the thought behind that is more that I can sell them than that I can do anything else. I mean, especially if you get a nice good quality one like that, that's probably worth a reasonable amount. Especially tortoise leather. Have you got a hat on? No. Alright, I am going to give the sexy hat to the Nerl. We got anything else that's of any use? A poor duster. No, I need to start making our own. Oh, this is also looking pretty full at this point. Let's start expanding it. Internal stockpile jam-packed. I mean, we do have this one, obviously, which I assume they'll use if the other one fills up. Oh, goddamn. Right, well, it's on, isn't it? I've dealt with this before, and we are not very well set up to be going down there and dealing with the mechanicals that are going to come out of that immediately. What I will do, in order to give ourselves the best possible chance, is actually, before we deal with it, go down there and build ourselves some fortifications and some defences to fight from behind, because when we attack that, there are going to be some drones come out, and it's going to be horrid. So we're also limited by the time limit, because that drone is going to get steadily worse the longer it's here. So these guys will all have drone debuffs. Psychic drone low, yep. And that's slowly going to send everyone really, really angry until we deal with it. So dealing with it is obviously going to be a pretty high priority. Can you guys hurry up and finish the mining, please? I think the mining will probably be the last thing we do. I'm just seeing Mako go nuts on food making, so we had actually got pretty low there, hadn't we? Might go to the point where we have a slightly larger stockpile of food kicking around, because of course we've now got more colonists going through it faster. Okay, what do we have as far as armor's concerned? We need to be getting our guys geared up as best we can. We did get a personal shield, sweet. So, cruelty, gear, nothing useful. Get an armor vest on. We got anything helmety? You got anything on your head as it stands? No. In fact, you're naked. How to find the useful things easily. Silver military helmet. That seems quite expensive, but hey, we want to keep our guys alive. And you can put some synthread pants on as well. And not 100% certain the order things go in, but I'm pretty certain that poor is better than shoddy. So let's go with a cloth button-down shirt. Check your thoughts. Wearing frayed apparel. Okay, so which one is... Oh yeah, it's the synthread pants, isn't it? Drop the synthread pants. Find some normal cloth pants for you instead. Cool. One done. Next. Any gear still hanging around outside? No, I could have sworn we got more armour than that. But evidently not. You're burning me crops in the rain. More fire, guys. More fire. That is in home zone, isn't it? It must be, otherwise it wouldn't be warning me that there's fire there. So, yeah. Oh, did I expand indoors? Just do that and that. Is anyone going to get up and deal with the fire? Does it really matter? It's going out with the rain anyway. No. Fair enough. So, realise that this is probably going to be a little bit longer episode than normal. However, this thing down here is intriguing, and also it's causing snow. I don't remember it doing that. That's cool. That is cool. Right, no, not steel improvised tire. I mean, these things do provide cover, but I'm pretty certain that sandbags provide better cover. So I'm going to do something about here. Yeah, where we've got a good option to get out if need be. Does not need to be that. It could just be, yep, it looks like it'll do. More fires. Technically is in the home zone, but only because I don't want it to spread, which it almost certainly won't in the rain, so yeah. More travellers, cool. Ah, nice, and our little setup down here is done, which means hopefully they will be proactive about going down and building our little sandbags down there. That might be unnecessary. The other thing I want to do, is it Mako that's going down? It is, cool. Basically, I want to just quickly, once he's built this... No, come back here please, sir. I want to see what range you have to hit, where exactly you're going to be able to hit this. Let's slow it down as well so we don't waste unnecessary time. Not quite. Still no. Okay, there we go. So that's how close we can get to hit it. Because I have to admit, the last time I dealt with one of these, I kind of did it by cheesing it up and mauling it from long range over a very, very long period, and doing the same to everything that came out of it. So, I mean, I will have to deal with that soon, but I am not in a massive rush to do so, because in reality, yeah, it's going to be horrible dealing with it. The longer I give myself, the better chance I have. So I will certainly be leaving the attacking of the nasty alien thing until next episode. So yeah, I will do the usual, and if something happens in the next, there you go, something has happened in the next few minutes. There's a bunch of mad animals. So Let's beware, make sure our turrets are on. They are. Nothing is getting in here without running into a bit of a problem when they do so. And then I will be really clever and remember to actually turn those things off again as well. Cool. Relatively painless. I assume that was probably it. There doesn't seem to be a huge amount else happening, so yeah. Let's get all these, turn the power off to our turrets, save a bit of power, and yeah, looking good. Nice, so absolutely solid, apart from the slightly large problem of a big alien pod that's just appeared in our backyard. That's fine. Saving that for next episode, so cheers a lot for watching, guys. As usual, if you got any hints for me, loads of you guys have been really cool throwing up ideas and so on. I am no Rimworld pro. I count myself pretty good at Space Engineers, but Rimworld, another thing entirely. Love the game, but that doesn't mean I'm any good at it. So cheers, keep throwing those comments out, really appreciate it. And otherwise, thanks a lot for watching, guys. I'll catch you next time.
Woo!